After 4 months of winter break, the Nürburgring will be finally reopened again in a week time, next Saturday the 16th of March. And today I will walk you through the most important changes because like every winter, Nürburgring has undergone a couple of changes. This year it revolves around the section of Foxhole. But before we do that, as you can see, I'm standing here on the track and many people ask, can you just walk on the track? It is a private property, you cannot just do it, but worry not, Nürburgring is organizing multiple track walks throughout the year where you get on the bus and drive around the track, you get out, get to see important points of interest. And as a matter of fact, the coming Friday, so day before the official reopening, I am organizing a track walk where again, you can get on the bus with me. We will stop at important locations such as this Foxhole because it has been renovated, so you can check out the changes on foot. Aside from that, we'll be having various goodie bags from our partners and ourselves, and also a professional photographer and videographer will be joining us for some cool pictures. Anyway, check out the video description to find out how you can get literally on the bus. We only have around 40 slots available, so looking forward to seeing you there. You get lots of value in return because it's a unique experience, especially you will be driving the track. But now let's have a look what kind of changes the Nürburgring has undergone this winter from 2023 to 2024. Alright, let's start a little tour. We were just standing over there for the intro, so we're facing actually in opposite direction. You're coming downhill from Arenberg into Foxhole, and here you can see already the tarmac transition from the old one to the new one. What I notice immediately is how seamless, well, not literally because there is actually a seam, but there is no bump, no change, no elevation changes, because in the past, over the last couple of years, you could actually see a bit of a bump, and that could have, of course, unsettled the car. You had to really watch out for it, what would happen. But in this case, it's perfectly flat. So good job to Schnorfile and Val GmbH, I believe, who did the construction works. By the way, the Val GmbH is also driving with Black Falcon this year, so they know what they're doing. They really want to do a good job because they're racing at the end of the day with the AMG GT4. And yeah, let's proceed down and see what's up is there. As I'm walking down towards the sign 93 that you can use also as a reference point when you're descending down the Foxhole, I noticed something interesting. I don't remember these, I wouldn't call curbstones, but like more like gutters. I mean, yeah, construction works, of course. Yeah, gutters for drainage. This is new to me, and that's very good because, of course, you can have lots of standing water. By the way, check out the new iRacing update in the rain. I absolutely love it. It's really realistic when it comes to the wet and dry line. This is good. This is new. This is cool on both sides, on the right and on the left. Of course, we need to see that it will remain the same, I would say, not covered in mud, but I'm sure it will be functional. And after arriving at the sign 93, you turn to the left and look for the most ideal straight line to proceed with your descent. But here's a very reassuring good thing for me to show you, because Nürburgring has emphasized in the press release that all the old bumps that were there not in the original track design have been eliminated. Now, of course, some people have met it with a skepticism, saying like, oh, now the track is going to be boring. But you need to preserve the track in its original condition. Those bumps are here because you, as you can see, you have lots of trees growing, so sometimes a root grows underneath, or you have any other types of erosion and deformation, therefore the bumps are not there originally. So this is why when you rebuild the track, you want to make it as optimal condition as possible. However, by standing here, let me quickly swap to manual focus. You can probably see, let's zoom in, you can see that there are still enough elevation changes between, well, enough bumps to keep it sort of exciting, but of course most importantly is the fact that you will have a very high-speed descent towards the bottom compression. There is someone cycling very high speed down the track. I didn't manage to capture it, but more importantly is here you have another transition, and in the past this used to be like a full-on bump and jump. You can watch some of my onboard videos. The car literally jumps. Generates lots of excitement, especially for some first-timer passengers or even drivers. Very tricky in the wet because if you have a rear-wheel driven car, the car loses traction, comes down again, you spin out and you end up well, being responsible for one of the new barriers. From what I can tell now, it is actually very, very smooth, which is, yeah, it's for me, of course, it would maybe lose a bit of excitement, but in the concerning, like, regarding the types of speeds that you're doing here downhill, I think I would rather prefer safety, determination to hit the bottom compression still full speed and not worry about, well, losing it here. It's going to be a very interesting and exciting new experience. Cannot wait to drive it next week. This wasn't really fastest, aside from the fact that they are officially trespassing, just saying the rules. Most importantly, you can't do it legally because once a year there's a 24-hour bicycle race that you can participate in. And the descent to Foxhole is sometimes taken with speeds over 120 kilometers per hour. Anyway, we are here at the 6-kilometer sign, another reference point that you can aim towards. And here we see a big pole with some cameras on top. This is also another part, very important part of the construction works, the so-called digitalization project. Because since 2 years ago, Nürburgring started to invest in digitalization. They installed lots of cameras, first a test alongside the main straight, then one half of the track last winter, and this winter they installed the remaining half of the track. In total, over 100 cameras will cover the whole track, including AI system costing over 11 million euros. This means that the cameras can detect if there's a coolant on track, oil on track, car standing still, in the barriers, in the grass, people on track, notify the marshals, or actually, well, launch. It can deploy yellow flags or yellow LED signs to warn the oncoming traffic of the issues. Now, speaking of other costs, regarding this year, Nürburgring has invested 3 million euros and over 4,000 tons of tarmac for reconstruction of 1 kilometer of Foxhole. Anyway, let's proceed our descent. One more thing I want to mention, that over here last winter around the Marshal Post 95, there was like a patch of tarmac redone, and really with a big seam and bump, and that made it really unpleasant to drive, especially in the first months when it would not be equalized by the cars. And now you have a baby smooth tarmac, so for me that's probably the most welcoming and pleasant change of the Foxhole. And after the descent, we have arrived at the bottom, the compression of Foxhole, which previously was marked with lots of tarmac damage caused by the various splitters and bottoms hitting the floor under compression of speeds over sometimes 250 kilometers per hour. Close to 150 miles per hour, is that the right conversion? Anyway, once you arrive to the bottom, also very nice that they have those gutters, so hopefully there'll be no standing water here in the Foxhole. You can then aim for the right curbstone, stay alongside on the brakes, and the white motorcycle sign over there you can use as a turning point towards the left curb over the exit. So let's see, it looks like here's another seam, but it's still new tarmac up there, so let's see how far it goes. And here we are at the curb, and I must say, for my perception, it looks significantly higher than it used to be in the past. And more importantly, on the left you have just dirt, whereas in the past you had a bit of more surface area. I think I would say we should like include one of the videos. This means, especially there, it's definitely very, very high. Let me go a bit closer. Yeah, look at that. Look at the difference. This means that you really need to hit it or go on it on time if you want to use it as an exit. Because if you go too late, the change might be a bit too high. It may unsettle the car significantly, especially in the wet. That will be a challenge. And also, do not go too much on the dirt. Speaking of the dirt, do not try to sand it full speed in the first couple of weeks and months, because that might be not grippy enough, especially not only due to the fact of the dirt, but also all the oils from the tarmac. Usually the first couple of weeks, especially after the first rain and the first heat, all the tar will go up and it will be less grippy. So be cautious through here, that's all I want to say. And then after the curb, you arrive at the top, and here we can see another seam which marks the end of construction works, and it's just as seamless as the previous one, the beginning one. So this means very good on the exit. The only thing you need to worry about is the curb. No other further issues, but another thing you need to take into consideration are of course the grip level, because the old tarmac in the wet especially is significantly less grippy. In the dry it's much more grippy, so all combined it's kind of equalized. Well, I guess it's kind of it. I'm gonna go home now. Wait, I just want to show you that today is the same day, so this video was shot and edited on the same day. One last final thing that I'm gonna say, because it's a recurring question after every year's construction works. So what about all the lap records? Will they become faster? Of course, they will become faster, but the cars in general become faster, also due to the new tire and brake technology. I'm sure if you put Porsche 918 on a recent set of Cup 2Rs, it will probably go faster than it did. Not probably, more certainly, especially with all the track changes. So this is just like a normal step of the Nürburgring evolution. So most importantly, although the track is becoming faster, most importantly, it's becoming faster because it's becoming safer. But still always respected, and the Nürburgring will respect you back. Again, thank you for watching for this video, but most importantly, I cannot wait to drive it myself in a week time, and also have you guys join us for the track walk and many more other things to come, and for the future videos to come. So, thanks for watching. Once again, let's go edit that video. See you, bye. Although it's cute and cool, I highly advise, if you decide to walk the track, leave your dogs at home. I always leave mine at home. The reason for that is very simple. As you know, very demanding track. Cars crash here sometimes, leave debris such as glass, headlights, or just metal parts, carbon fiber parts. And I had various friends of mine had to bring their dog to a vet, to emergency room, because it would cut open its paw after walking on the track. Good for the cardio, going back up the hill to Foxhole. So far this public service announcement.